put it in the chat.
It might only let you do two people
Oh
vertical.
well, then listen. I'm gonna get off that way. If that's
You
the case,
good?
then you can have different people come.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do this vertically again, but
I'm finna hang up, Tina, and you can
you
slide
know,
up here. Pause. But you know what I mean, Tina.
I mean, I just seen you went live, so you good. Let it stream to your channel.
No, I'm
You
finna.
good?
No, I'm gonna get down, but I'm still gonna let it stream. Hello.
Okay. All right.
Gotta plant the seed, right, guys? All right, guys. It was nice
That
seeing
part.
you
That
guys.
part.
I'm glad you had fun, elevated, and I will see you tomorrow. Are you going live tomorrow too?
Yep.
I mean, I'm finna get in the chat mix, but I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Of course.
All right, bye, y'all.
Okay. The other way live stream is better, not vertical. Yeah, Rich. It was suggested to me so that the stream could be viewed on the shorts feed. That's why I tried it. So I ain't mad. I can't see too much of the mess in the background, so I ain't mad about it. But yeah, let's keep the chat moving. So our next talking point is going to be the myth of constant hustle. Social media glorifies a 24/7 grind. True high performers rest strategically. Downtime often sparks creativity. Had to screenshot and click, y'all. But yeah. So what we're gonna do? I want to ask everybody that's in the chat. When was the last time you gave yourself a real break? Tiff said, I used to think that, but not anymore. Content creation is a grind. So Tiff, let me ask you, you never felt like you got to the point to where you were experiencing burnout? Last 2 weeks I was off here. Yep, absolutely. What's up, Sedatra? Thank you for joining. Tiff said yes. Trisha said I just came back 3 days ago. Skelly dude, that's kind of weird, but whatever you think, bro. Cause that question is crazy. Last time I had a break was when I deleted my old YouTube channel for 2 months and made a new YouTube channel, the one I made now. Okay. Coach is in the building. Thank you for joining, Coach. She said yes, but I think it was me in my own head. Okay. Took a break like 2 weeks ago. Trish said, I feel like mental breaks are a must. They are. They are. They definitely are. And now I don't overdo it. Anthony said, yep. I don't even know what you're talking about, bro. MB was okay, bro. Thank you. Okay. Those don't mean anything. They sounded crazy though, but okay. This app will drain you. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Skelly Scram. Rising Phoenix in the bell. Thank you for joining. Everybody speaking. That's a booty eating troll. Okay. I talked you up. Okay. Let's keep this moving then. Shout out to 11 people watching. I might be hitting that shorts feed. The link not working. Hold on. This is wild. Oh, they in my chat, Anthony said. Okay, so again, everybody that's trying to join, I apologize. I think with the vertical feed, it only lets 2 people join the chat at the same time. So I'm not going to do this anymore, unless I'm just going to be streaming by myself. So I apologize. And Antonice is actually streaming this to her channel, so I apologize, y'all. But it's all good. That's wild that they do this. So our next talking point is going to be how to take effective breaks. Take short resets, 5 to 15-minute recharges throughout the day. Take longer pauses like sleep, walks, or having hobbies. Now you want to be intentional with your breaks instead of being avoidant to the task at hand. Cut me off so someone else can join. Coach is in the building.
What's up,
What's up?
Elevated? How you doing?
I'm good, Coach.
What's up, everybody?
Dr. Ninja Turtle, thank you for joining. Yeah, I tried this this vertical stream. I don't know if I like it because we can't let everybody join at the same time. So
it only lets you do one person at a time.
Right.
Oh, so it's only good if you're gonna do like a stream by yourself or something.
Yeah, or like just a collab or something like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's cool though. Wait a minute. So the link does work. What's up, Tiff?
Well, I wanted to test it and see if you were right.
Everybody was saying the link didn't work.
That's why I came up here, because somebody said the link didn't work, so I wanted to see.
Okay. Wow.
Hi. I don't know if you guys can hear me though, because I hear one thing and I don't know.
I can hear you.
Okay, good. I didn't know if it was muted. Yeah, what's up, hey coach?
Hey, how you doing?
I am blessed and highly favored. Can't complain. I am sitting in my new studio. It's not completely built out just yet, but I'm just in here, just feeling the vibes.
Nice.
And it feels really good.
That's what's up.
Cool.
I'm chilling.
Question though, I take my little breaks at work. Okay, so a weird thing that I do in my building, because I've only been in my building at work for like a couple of years because I was always a remote employee.
Hold on. There's an echo. Hold on.
Dr. Ninja Turtle. You got an echo.
Maybe
I'm here.
Okay, sorry.
I can see myself in the studio, so I want to make sure I'm not echoing.
I don't think so anymore. At first there was.
That sounds good now. Okay. We good.
So I was new in the building and I didn't know anybody because I was the only person in my department in the building. So a way that I got to kind of get to know people is I like to take breaks in the building. I'll take like a little 15-minute walk break and I'll walk the building from beginning to end. But additionally, while I am walking the building, I like to hide like little resin figures. It started off as just like ducks, but now it's Halloween, so I'll hide like little pumpkins and things like that. I hide little mini foods or little mini potted plants, just all kinds of fun stuff. And I use those little items when I see them on people's desks as a
Mhm.
way for me to kind of approach. It's my personal icebreaker for me to approach people that I don't know at work and say, "Oh, I find those little creatures all over the building too."
Mhm.
And I ask them, where are you finding them? Just to engage with that person, even though I'm the person that's hiding them. Um, so that's my own little like personal break where I
Mhm.
get away every day.
Okay, nothing wrong with that. That's well. Dr. Ninja Turtle, how you feeling tonight, sir?
Dr. Ninja
Hey,
Turtle.
I'm good. I'm good. Hey, Coach. Hi, everybody.
Okay?
I'm delayed on the StreamYard, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna go look at the. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. No, I'm not delayed in StreamYard. I'm gonna keep looking at StreamYard as opposed to the channel.
yeah.
So, hi, Tiff. I watch your channel, and of course, my brother calls while we're doing this. So I'm gonna mute myself.
So, Tiff, Rodney said you are adorable.
Oh, thank you.
Rodney, I got you, bro. Now let me stop. So let's I guess we keep the talking points going. Hold on. Excuse me. Hold on. Sorry about that. So building rest into your system. So daily you might want to practice Pomodoro, which is time management method where work is broken into short intervals separated by breaks, or you might want to take power naps. On a weekly scale, you want to have an unplugged day, where you just rest, something like the Sabbath principle. And on a monthly type of frame, you might want to reflect and reset, for the next phase of whatever it is you are working on.
Yes. Agreed. I definitely do all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Just taking time out. The power nap thing, definitely. I just woke
Yeah,
up from a nap not too long ago.
me too.
Coming off the grid, like just taking time for myself. That's a
Mm-hmm.
definite. And doing that unapologetically, not, not
Yep.
making it, like, how sometimes people apologize for what they got going on. They
Right.
apologize for not answering the phone,
Mhm.
I don't do that. It's
Right.
just, I need my time. I need to recharge. That's
Mhm.
normally Saturday morning for me. That's the day that I'm able to sleep late without any
Okay.
guilt.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
Sleep.
see, I'm retired, so I need to catch up on the whole conversation. Because I'm sitting here trying to think, where do I take a break and recharge?
I'm sure you have your things going on also. Like even though you're retired, that just means you don't have to punch a time clock, but you still have your own type of motions going on. So you still need a recharge.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is true. That is true. I have a tendency to stay up late.
Mm.
I teach, and so I have to build classes.
Okay.
And once the classes are built, I may stay up half the night building a class. But once it starts, then it sort of takes care of itself.
Right.
It sort of runs automatically, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I have
All
no
right.
advice because I don't really stop to take breaks. I'm a person that definitely needs to do better with that, especially when it just comes to personal kind of breaks and timeouts.
Mhm.
I definitely get lost in the hustle and bustle of it all and not taking just time to chill.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
get it.
one way that I do that is I ride my motorcycle,
Mm-hmm.
and when I take a day off to ride with my friends, we'll ride. I'm in Lower Alabama. We will ride all the way to Florida to the beach, which is only like an hour and a half away.
Okay. Okay.
But we spend the whole day riding down there, going to breakfast, going to lunch, going to dinner. That is a break for me. Because other than that, I sit right here in front of my computer teaching. That's it. That's what I do.
Right. Okay.
So you're
That's
by
a
Orange Beach? You go down to Orange
Yes,
Beach?
I'm
That's
north.
one of my
I'm
bucket
north
lists.
of I'm north of there, but I'm north of Panama City Beach.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm right north of Panama City Beach, and so we go down there. And my friends, because I'm new in South Alabama, my friends that grew up here, they take me to restaurants they know.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm always going someplace new. But the point is, I take that day off, and that's a rare thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
Roll Tide.
Yes.
I think it's generational too. I think there's a generation. I'm not really good with the names of these generations, but there was a time when if you took time for yourself, you were considered lazy or selfish, and you were kind of punished for time off. And I think I got to give it to the younger kids, because they take time off. They'll quit a job if it's not serving them.
Yep.
They
And
will.
I love that. That's the way I've always lived, and people can take it or leave it. I do work hard when it's time for me to work hard, but when I need a break, I'll take a break and get back to it.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, see, I've been on the grind for God knows 30 years. And so all I know is you work 2 jobs 7 days a week. That's all I know. And we used to have that joke. They said that the Jamaicans work hard like that,
Yeah, that
and
from Living Color, they have
10 jobs.
Yeah. And so
I'm Jamaican,
they used to
so
say that,
yes, that's true.
Yeah, when I was younger, and not to disparage anybody, but that's me. That's me, and even in retirement, I still work 7 days a week, even if it's 10 minutes a day.
All right.
The difference is it gives me a lot of freedom if I want to take a day off and go do something, or because I teach online, I can travel and teach. See,
Right.
So I can go like on vacation to Mexico or something and still be making money.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my head. My head says you make money all the time, and that's hard, because people don't like that.
Right.
I like that. I want to make money all the time.
Well, I'm telling you, over the years, I'm married now, but over the years, I've lost a lot of girlfriends that say, you don't ever play, and that's my problem,
Right.
Oh, okay, well, I have that problem then too. Vacations, I'm going to generally put them on layaway. I want to always make sure that I am getting the best deal, but then I don't take vacations as much because I want to make sure that I'm banking and reserving as much PTO as possible in case I get a sick little one and I can't take them, they can't go to school. So I'm just always foreshadowing, I think for me, the worst to happen. So I'm like banking and I don't spend. There are just certain things that I can talk myself out of buying. I can go into a store, I can walk around, get a full cart, and then by the time I get to the register, I may have one item. And then if the line is super long, I'm like, well, I'm about to stand in the line for 30 minutes for this one item because I've talked myself out of everything else.
I wonder where that comes from.
I have no idea.
Well, I can tell you where mine comes from. It comes from a long time ago, when I was homeless and had nothing. My my mind says if you don't work hard, you're going back to being
Right.
homeless.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yep.
And
It
I have,
was kind of like a
I've gotten
trauma.
out of that. Yeah,
Mhm.
over the last couple of years, I've sort of gotten out of that, you know. However, for many, many years, that was stuck in my head.
Mm.
Mhm.
So I
And
get
so
you.
that's, yeah. I'm
I
sorry,
I
go
have
ahead.
that deep rooted.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I just come from a very poor background with my family,
Mhm.
you know, so my family never had any money, you know, and so I get $1 and it's just gone. As soon as I can get to the store and buy cookies, that $1 is gone.
Right.
And that's how I grew up, without saving, without anything, you know. And I tell you, everybody used to make more money than me, right? All the people at work that had those college degrees, they all made more money than me. So I had to outwork them by working 7 days a week to try to make the money that they were getting paid on just the 9 to 5.
Right.
Yep. You had to be the first one there and the last one to leave. I know. Yes.
Yeah. See, so that's all I'm saying is, so Elevated, what's the deal with this rectangular square thing? It's not portrait. I don't know. I'm just asking.
Yeah.
'Cause
So somebody suggested to me to try to go vertical, so this would show up in the shorts feed. So that's what I'm doing. If you go live vertically, your video will show up in the shorts feed. Draw more eyes to your channel. So that's what I'm trying.
I've
That's
never
very
seen
clever.
this before. I'm learning so much from all of you folks on YouTube. And Coach, you've been teaching me, so I listen to Coach, and when she says don't do this and do that, I'm making notes.
Right.
I'm taking notes. So
Right.
Oh, well, Jay, I just learned today, Dr. Ninja Turtle, what Vlogtober is. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Kiss by
Vlogtober,
Jay.
a
Yes.
video a
Taught
day
me
in
about some
October.
Vlogtober. So I'm ready.
And then in Christmas, in December, you do it again.
Yes.
yeah,
I know
I've
about
only heard of
December.
December. Yeah.
You do it.
Yeah,
up
I've
until
only heard of
Christmas.
December.
Heard of December. I hadn't heard of Vlogtober, but I love it because I'm into Halloween. I have a Halloween baby. So one of my besties, one of my teachers, she owns a Halloween store. I just go to it sometimes and work and have fun and help people pick out their Halloween costumes because they like rent Halloween costumes. So I help people to create these elaborate Halloween costumes, the showstopper ones, so that they can, shut down the party. So yeah, I like to do that. So I'm excited for Vlogtober.
Well, I'm going to look forward to seeing what you create. YouTube is like the perfect place to, let's say, create a short and give like a little fashion show of the different Halloween costumes.
Yep.
So
Yep.
come on, Coach. We know you're coming out.
Oh yeah. I'm going back to my daily videos. But we want to stay on topic. What's the next talking point, Mr. Elevated?
So we're gonna ask a question to the chat, right? Do you feel guilty when you rest? And if so, why? I'll give everybody a couple of seconds to answer. Rodney said shorts are the best advertisement. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely.
You said you're
and I've
asking
had
the chat,
people
right?
tell-
Elevator?
You said what, Coach?
You're asking the chat.
Everybody. I mean, it's just a general question. So it was, do you feel guilty when you rest? And if so, why?
I don't. I think it's well deserved.
Right. Yeah,
Because I hustle. When it's time to work, I work. Ain't nobody gonna outwork me. But when it's time to rest, I feel like that's just like a time to recharge. and get ready for the next storm, because it's coming. Get ready.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I'm learning more how to rest in retirement.
Yeah.
You know, is I quit some of my jobs, if y'all can believe that. That's where my head is, you know. It's about working less, you know, and it's hard for me, but, you know, because it goes against my grain. But I have to practice rest.
Yes.
Yep.
Like doing nothing, because you said something earlier, Dr. Ninja Turtle. You said you'll go on vacation and still work. That's not Hi, that's not a vacation. That is not
That's
vacation.
what my wife said. My wife said that too. She said, that's
Okay,
not
so-
vacation.
Vacation
That's-
is laying on the beach somewhere and doing nothing.
I've been that person, Dr. Ninja Turtle. On my honeymoon in Jamaica, you know, I have my phone. Nowadays, I know better. Oh, girl, please. I was paid on commission. You know, I had to make my money. But now I don't even have work email on my phone. I
Yep.
won't even put it on there. When I leave, when I close that laptop for the day, I'm done for the day. Now, I need
Good
to
for
get
you.
like this one little young boy at my job. He literally just closed his laptop and leave. He don't even put it in the backpack and take it with him. And he said, I bring mine.
I know that's right.
Shoot.
But I don't have work installed on my phone. I don't work when I get home. I'm done.
Good job.
See, now my job made me, they sort of guilted me into doing this. I worked for the federal courts, and they said, we give you a cell phone, we give you an iPad, we give you a laptop, so that when you're on vacation, if an emergency comes up, because I did computer systems, and I ran the main computer for the whole court. So if something came up, I was the only guy that could fix it.
Wow.
See? So I was expected to be on call even though I was on vacation.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, that's
There's
not
no
cool.
signal.
I would
No
be like,
deal.
well, I expect to be getting paid,
I can't get on
even
the
though
Wi-Fi out here. There's no
No
way.
deal.
Yeah, no, they didn't pay me anything extra. You know, they did not pay me.
Absolutely not.
They just expected me, and that's one reason that I ended up quitting and retiring, is because something happened over a weekend, some outage, and I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't aware of it. So when I came in on Monday, they were like, well, Daryl, what happened over the weekend? I was like, I don't know, you know, and it wasn't anything I could have done about it, but they expected me to know. You know, they expected me to be monitoring
I'm
work
not doing
emails.
that. The weekend is my time.
Yeah, no,
I don't even
no,
think about
I had
that
stopped
place.
doing that a long time ago. So I knew it was
That's-
time for me to go, you know. So
That is
then I
that's
retired, and I've been happy ever since.
good. Good for you. We only
Good.
live once.
Right.
And I
love it.
refuse to put my job above myself. I refuse. I'm gonna take my breaks. I'm taking my full lunch. I'm taking both breaks. I don't care what we got going on. I'm taking my breaks
Yep.
during the day. And I work from the time I'm supposed to be there to the time it's time to go.
And that's it.
Up.
Yep.
I
Yep.
got my own
And
problems. I
Supreme,
can't be
that
worried
is
about
so true. It sucks because it has been a rough year, and I've had some counterparts, even like literally at my job, that had flown in. We literally did a meeting, and by the Monday, we're hearing that the person has passed away. And yeah, the rec is up in 48 hours for that position. That is facts. It sucks, but it's true.
Yeah.
Well, and I've learned that. I had a coworker with the federal courts, and he never even got to use any of his retirement or pension. You know, he went to the doctor one day from work and never came home.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, you have to enjoy life. That's why I try and live my life to the fullest now in retirement, because there's only so much time left, you know.
Yeah. So next time Dr. Ninja Turtle goes on vacation, he's not going to work. Yay.
Well, you know, it's funny because in August of this year, and I've been teaching for 10 years or so. But
Mhm.
anyway, in August, no colleges gave me classes. So I had my first month off in 10 years. I did not know how to act. I didn't. I
Nice.
did not know, but I just had a whole month off with
Nice.
nothing to do.
That's amazing. I would
Yeah.
really love that, to have a whole month to myself to do what I want to do. Wow.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Well, I tell you, it was something. It was something. I had a class just start on Wednesday. So I'm back in the grind again,
Okay.
But yeah, it's great until you say, hey, wait a minute, there's no paychecks coming in the way they used to come in.
Right.
But you know what?
That's the
You know
only
what?
issue.
You know what, Dr. Ninja Turtle? The older you get, I mean, money is important, but the only thing you can't purchase
of
back
mind.
is your time.
Yep.
Yep.
So time is the highest currency, not money. Supreme says
And
most of us only have about 35 to 40 summers left. And that's being generous.
That's generous. Yeah. That's
being
being generous.
Because if we're not taking care of ourselves and we're eating plastic noodles and all of this,
You had to throw
And
that
not
out.
resting.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And
I
not
agree.
resting,
I'm
not taking
vegan
time for
because
you.
of that. You know.
Okay. I didn't know that. But okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. No,
But
no.
seriously,
I have
time is the most
cholesterol and diabetes that I need to take care of
Okay.
because I want to be here for a long, long time to come.
Yes,
Sir.
yes,
Yes, sir.
yes. Take care of you. That's number one, guys.
Yeah. What
That's
is that,
them
Coach?
jobs.
Health as well?
Health is wealth.
As well.
Being selfish is wealth.
Mhm.
And being selfish is not being selfless or being wait, how does it go? I don't know what I'm saying. It's okay to be selfish. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's definitely okay. I think there was a guilt that was attached to being selfish and putting ourselves first for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to let go of that. It's okay to take time for yourself. It's okay to tell people no if you're feeling overwhelmed.
Yep.
Your mental health is so important. And when you're overwhelmed, it causes that buildup of cortisol. And us ladies, especially as we get older, we know you can tell when someone is very stressed because it shows up in their belly. Like that cortisol ends up right around your midsection.
Oh, she's talking about me.
I thought she was talking about me.
It's
Oh my God, that's the reason why I'm still 9 months, 8 years later.
It's like right around the midsection. And you're like, why am I bloated? Like, where is this belly coming from? It's just the belly. It's stress. It's not resting. It's not taking time for yourself.
Yep.
And I tell you, I have never had less stress than when I quit my job. You know, all of that
Say
stress
it again,
went away.
Dr. Ninja Turtle.
You know, all of it. I'm telling you. You know, and that's why my channel is a lot about retiring early.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's nothing like watching somebody in their 40s and their 50s. You know, I was 58 and a half. My wife was 50 years old and retired.
Nice.
You know, and so, yeah. But I mean, she started working for the government in Maryland when she was like 18, 19 years old or something.
That good pension jobs. Those good.
Yeah.
My sister-in-law was just telling me, or my sissy, she was telling me today that she is retiring early next year. She is an educator. She will be 63 during her time of retirement. But I did not know that teachers could retire as early as the age of 55. And it's just something with the way that their time in service versus their age is calculated.
A lot of jobs are like that, or state jobs.
But let me tell you guys a sad story. It's not a sad story. It's just a temporary setback for a major comeback. So I've been at my job for 25 years. You guys have heard me say that before. I was at 19 years, 9 months, and the company that I was with had a pension, you know. So that is what I had been working towards, you know, during my time. That's why you stayed with a company, was so that you could get that pension.
and my company went through a merger.
Mm.
19 years lost. I didn't get a pension because the company that we were purchased by does not have a pension program. So yeah, hard. I mean, a gut. Oh, it just hurt me. I get shivers right now just talking about it.
No, trust me. I get it. I get it. And people don't seem to understand that you have to, one, plan for yourself, because nothing's a guarantee.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
I'll tell you guys, I have a similar story in that when working for the federal courts, they did the government downsizing. And so a lot of people that thought this isn't the current downsizing that they're doing. This was before 2011. Anyway, we thought government jobs were safe, right? Federal government jobs safe, right? No, ton of people lost their jobs because they downsized the government. Pensions gone, you know, and so you can never think that anything is safe.
Yeah, no.
So you have to plan for yourself, is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Absolutely. All right. So our next talking point is going to be rest builds resilience. Breaks help regulate stress and emotions. Recovery time makes you bounce back stronger.
Mm-hmm.
And mental clarity comes after stepping away for a bit.
Period. I ain't even gonna hold you. Where Jay at? She in the chat?
Right. I ain't gonna hold you. Number 3 most definitely resonates with me, is, you know, that timeout, just allowing for you to develop mental clarity. I call it my self-discernment. And it is a time where, even though you may not know it, you know, but there's a piece of you that spoke in tongues and gave this silent prayer out to God and to the universe. And during that quiet time, that is just that. It's a time of peace and of understanding, so that God can bring you during your time to discernment of whatever it is, that given thing, that situation that you're going through. So I think that that's super important. Is that time of rest, so that you can come to clarity.
So can we define what rest is? What is rest?
Now, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be going to sleep. It could be just stepping back from working, you know, like let's say you went and took a walk around the block. That's resting. If you would have just put on some music and jam out, you know, that's resting. It's not all about just sleeping.
Right. No, I agree. You know how sometimes a word can be said and everyone has a different perception of what it is.
Right.
That's kind of that's why I said that. But
I think that the best time of rest is when you are doing something that somehow brings you just personal fulfillment in a time of peace, a time where you are just conversing with yourself, your own thoughts, your own mind, and you are resting your presence onto God. I mean, that is the ultimate form of rest, is when you can just release everything and just feel that enjoyment for yourself, with yourself, and in comfort. And that's the reason why you find resolution and find clarity at the end of it, because it's the most intimate time with you. You know, you got to be into me, see, as Tina said, but looking in the mirror, when you point one finger at somebody, there's 3 pointing back at you. Into me, see works both ways.
Yeah. You know what's crazy when you're saying that, Tiff? Like when I think about when I feel the most clear, it's when I'm working out, and that wouldn't be considered rest. But for me, it is in a way.
Yep.
And
Because
yeah,
I
for
don't
me,
think about anything else. Like when I'm working out, I'm not thinking about anything that might stress me. I'm not thinking about anything other than getting through the next rep. You know how sometimes you'll see people say the gym is their therapy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But
that's
I think that that is what allows for the most powerful athletes to do things that they do, to be able to run a marathon, to run 27 miles. And I know regular schmegulars that have done that. We have the Colfax Marathon. I know people that leave here and go and practice and do the Boston Marathon. You know, it's truly, honestly, one of those things that is mind over matter. And that is what is allowing for you to will your body to keep going. Those people that dive and do like the super deep sea, like diving. Oh, I mean, it's all mind over matter. It's mind over matter, and that's what you're getting in your workout.
and I'm going to represent the lazy people, okay? Because I go fishing, okay?
okay.
So-
That's a form of relaxation.
That's
so,
right.
and,
It is.
and I
Yeah.
tell you, there's nothing more peaceful than just sitting somewhere, whether it's the side of a road with the water running by or on the ocean doing a boat fishing trip. There's
Mhm.
nothing more peaceful than sitting there with your line in the water,
Right.
and I've
Yeah.
done it all over the world. It's just a peaceful place. And then the other thing I'm going to share is that daily I do yoga and meditation.
Good.
And that is, piggybacking on what Tiff said, it's that quiet time where you're just communicating. And what I say is breathe in God, breathe out Daryl. Breathe in God, breathe out Daryl. See,
Mhm.
so that I'm thinking of others and not myself is what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say. How can I help someone else or do something anyway? Sorry, didn't mean to go off on a tangent there, but that's my rest.
All right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's good.
That was great. So our next talking point is going to be rest strengthens relationships. Time off lets you reconnect with family and friends. It creates balance so you don't resent the grind. And shared downtime with loved ones gives you deeper connections.
For sure. I had some deeper connections this weekend with my friends.
Oh, okay. I thought that was about to go left. Coach.
It's totally not going left elevated. Now we celebrated one of my friends her boyfriend's 50th birthday.
Okay.
And we made it a whole weekend. Like we got an Airbnb and we did all of this stuff together. And it was a really good time just hanging out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know how we all say, I don't know about you guys in the chat and on the panel, when you get up with your friends that you haven't seen in a while,
Mhm.
or you haven't hung out in a while, and everyone's like, we have to do this more often.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
And it's like, why don't we do that more often? I don't know.
Life be life, and so they say.
Allegedly, right?
Allegedly, yeah. We.
But you know what, Coach? It wouldn't feel as good if you did it more often. That's what makes the experience just feel so good. Because I know me and my girls, if we get together, we can stand outside in a parking lot after lunch for 3 hours outside of our cars, just yapping. And reminiscing. But that's what makes that whole experience so well, is the distance strengthening the relationship. Yeah, I think when it comes to like girlfriends, because I believe God first, then my husband, then everything else in the circle of life. But when it comes to girlfriends, I think that helps to strengthen the bond, is to have good memories to talk about. Because if we seen each other every day, then we're hearing the good, the bad, the ugly every day. You know, and so it's not, I don't know, it's exciting. It's not a good book at that time, but you know, when you get it all at once, it just allows for everybody to vibe.
Okay, and I'm going to connect this back to the prior question about rest and peace and all that. What I do is I drive around the country for like a month and a half, right? And I'm visiting friends all over the US, but that 5 or 6 hours a day that I'm sitting in my car just vibing to the music, you know, by myself, right? That is that peaceful downtime. But like you guys said, when you see your friends, you know, it really sparks something. You know, I have a friend in Wyoming. I've never been to Wyoming, but I had a friend in Wyoming, has a 20,000 acre cattle ranch.
Wow.
I've never seen a 20,000 acre cattle ranch.
Wow.
It was a dream, but I did it. You know, I did it. And so that's what I'm saying is you do these things that are experiences, you know, and that all of that is peace and downtime, like we're talking about here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, will I ever get to do it again? I don't know. You know, but do things in life that you've never done before that you may never get to do again.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Definitely. That's definitely what it's all about. So for, again, going back to another thing we talked about, Dr. Ninja Turtle. So speaking of doing things that we've never done before, the next time you go on vacation, no work for you.
Well, I'm going to Hawaii in January.
Nice.
And so I've never been there. See, I'm about living your dreams.
Yeah.
But I've never been there. But that week, I will take that week off.
Yay, good. I'm so happy.
Okay.
I have an even better challenge for everybody in the chat, even if it's just for 2 hours. Leave your phone at home. I took my kids out in celebration on Friday of their very good student teacher conferences. And I left my phone at home so that we could engage and I could really talk to them and spend time just getting into their little heads and, you know, hearing about what's going on and not having any distractions. So I left my phone at home in order for me to be able to help lead by example. You can't bring that iPad with you. And it was cool. It was the funnest little dinner with me and my little babies. So I challenge you guys, leave your phone at home. I know me, when I go to Sam's Club, boy, I'm good to download me a little podcast. Rotten Mango, she's generally my girl. And I'll download a podcast and put my phone in airplane mode. Yeah, that's a good one. Or I'm old school. I still have a BlackBerry. It doesn't necessarily work, but it still has all kind of music on there. So I use that as like my iPod or whatever, you know, y'all call them. And when I really want to be off grid, I'll pull out that BlackBerry and hook it right on up to the Bluetooth. Yes, and play all that music.
I'm going to try that. I've never like left my phone at home because I told you guys about my prior job. I've always got a phone with me in case of emergency. You know, I'm like, now I do listen to YouTube all day long. I do. Yeah. I'm sitting here grading students listening to YouTube all day long. So.
All right. So, Dr. Ninja Turtle, we had someone that asked, where did you get your name from?
Well, Ninja Turtle is my motorcycle riding name, right? I rode with the Buffalo Soldiers, the largest black motorcycle club in the country, and they named me Ninja Turtle.
Nice.
So are you Donatello, Leonardo? My
Donatello, the
my
one with the
nephew
purple.
loves
Purple,
the
yeah.
Turtles, and he's 40, so I ain't even shaded.
My motorcycle has the purple Ninja Turtle painted all over it. So
nice.
yeah, if you see me on the road, you'll know it's me.
That's cool. That's
Nice.
cool.
Nice.
Would you got one of those like big old Harleys that like have
Yes.
the
Yes.
Ah,
And you can hear me from 2 blocks away.
oh my
You
God.
know? Yeah. Yeah. I've got loud pipes and a loud stereo system. So
Oh,
I have to
nice.
wear earplugs when I'm riding because
Mhm.
I'm trying to keep the hearing I have left.
Word.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
no, I love it. But I ride motorcycles for charity. That was one of the things that I wanted to bring up earlier that I didn't bring up, which is, you know, what brings me joy today is community service.
Mhm.
You know, that's one of those peaceful things, you know, that we're talking about. You know, rest for me is doing something for someone else. You know, so it's raising money for charity. It's, you know, helping people in my community, serving food to the homeless. All of those different things bring me peace.
Mhm.
See, because it's not about me, right? We've all been blessed. Trust me, we've all been blessed. It's time to bless somebody else.
Yes.
That's what I was saying, and that's the peace and rest that I get. So I meant to say that earlier and I forgot.
Well, in order to keep to receive and to keep the benefit of receiving, you have to give. You know that you got to give because God blesses those who blesses others.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right. All right. So we've reached the hour mark, and yeah, it's been fun. But you know, time to wrap it up.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave everybody with a question. If you feel inclined, I would like everybody to answer it after the live in the comments. But the question is going to be, what's your favorite way to recharge? Is it sleep, music, walking, or something else? Just leave it in the comments after the live stream if you would be so inclined to. But yeah, we're gonna end this live here. I thank you everybody for joining. Everybody that came through and left, you know, you could have been anywhere in these internet streets, but you spent some time here with me, and I appreciate everything and everybody. So I'll catch you guys
Thank you
tomorrow.
all.
Yeah. Everybody have a good night.
Good night.
Good night. Thanks, Elevated.
No problem.